Hello, I'm Otis 12, and welcome to a rare video event.
KVNO HD1 Omaha, bringing you the world's greatest music for the last 50 years. And radio is so one-to-one, it's so personal. Everybody feels like they know me, and a few people seem to have liked me, and that's good. And they say I brought, helped their morning start or their day start, or given them a good experience, or I'm part of their youth or whatever, that's all very gratifying. Scott Joplin's Bethina, a concert waltz.
People listen to radio because of the personality, its companionship, and when it's Otis just reminds everyone that it's going to be all right.
Ah, yes, the trio Settecento performing it.
When he's talking to you. And that comes across on the radio through the microphone, and it touches people.
Why, back in my day, this used to be difficult. I'm a child of the 40s, one of the last. 12/27/1949. When I was a kid, it started basically in illegal broadcasting that covered about a block and a half. And me and some friends, and we had a little radio show. And I'm old enough to where I was listening to, even the Lone Ranger on radio and radio theater. And I would listen to old copies of Jack Benny programs because they were just genius.
I believe it's a natural fact. The world is gone and it ain't coming back.
I wasn't a musician, but I was in the band, and the Ogden Edsel Wahalia Blues Ensemble Mundo Bizarro Band. And our tagline was dance to the comedy and laugh at the music. When I quit the band because I wanted to get married, and I didn't want to live in San Francisco and be totally dirt poor. We came back here and got a job driving a truck, doing the comedy, and then suddenly, oh, hey, we're going to do this rock station. Oh, okay. The first radio job I had was on KQKQ when we did a show called Midnight Mondo. And it was skits. It was all skits and weird music. And then Bob Linden from Z92 said, hey, you guys want to do a morning show?
We'll get every kid in this town on our side, and we'll start right now. What do you say?
It was a Mickey Rooney, Judy Garland movie. Let's put on a show.
I've just always admired his talent. Huge voice, of course. Really funny guy. Really talented writer.
Hi, I'm the Mean Farmer, and this week on the Mean Farmer Show...
The Mean Farmer stuff was just hilarious.
Well, the show was sort of a family theme to it. I'm here at the Auger looking for my Cousin Easel's stump.
That was actually more of a solo piece, so it was like this monologue, and you could just change it as you went. I love Space Commander Wack because he was so much fun to do.
Otis is inventive. He changed morning radio. He was part of the morning zoo innovation. He created new sounds, he created new characters, he created new ideas, he created new presentation forms, he created new audiences. And I think that's Otis's impact on radio in general, in Nebraska, in the Midwest, in the United States.
It's a new movie, Project X. I hate the title.
We started working together in late 80s, and we were doing 3 or 4 movie reviews a week.
Try doing this with a World War II radio.
He had an understanding of the visual medium. He was very good at laying it out for me before we shot it, what it was that he wanted to do, where he envisioned the edits coming, and even if it was mostly a static setting of him in his chair, he would find a way to really turn it into something special.
What's scarier than a vampire? A blind date.
And as a result, you would remember the content and you would be touched by the content in ways that other people can't do. And that's the difference between being just a presenter and being a true personality in broadcasting.
When we worked together, I was in my 20s, so it's not really like being in charge. It's more like putting sandbags around the floodwaters, and directing the stream occasionally. No, I'm just joking, but anytime you have a talented individual that's dedicated to their craft over time and the way that he's interacted with the community, it's special and meaningful.
This, I believe, is the first time ever that a member of the Nebraska Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame has actually fired another member of the Hall of Fame. I fired Otis twice when he worked for me. Otis was great though. We used to have guests come through all the time. One of my favorites is when David Crosby was in studio with Otis. It was one of the best interviews I think I've ever heard anybody do.
Take care of yourself. Be safe.
Fortunately, I mean, at KVNO, when they hired him, he really had nothing going on, so we knew that, and we knew we could get him for cheap. I am Otis's boss, but who can really be Otis's boss? I mean, it's easier to manage a room full of cats and cucumbers than it is to manage Otis. If there are any former Otis GMs or program directors who are willing to offer advice on managing Otis,
Christoph Willibald von Gluck. He Faugenie and Olise.
Initially, I didn't think he would be able to figure out how to pronounce those names, but he comes along all right. He can do a Rostropovich as well as anybody.
Playing along with Azusa Kolar.
Plus, he's just a really smart guy and really friendly. He's friendly on the air. He's that way in person, too. He's just a gregarious, outgoing person, and it comes through on the air. It really embodies what we're trying to do here at KVNO, and that is make classical music accessible to everybody. He really is the heart of what we sound like on the air.
And I wake up early every morning anyway, so I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have a radio station to go into. And I love the folks at KVNO, and I love the community tie-in, the way we're really part of the community, and it's really perfect for me. I don't know for anybody else, but for me, I've just been able to have the most amazing experiences, and the people I've met and the things I've gotten to do, you know.
I think the recognition of the overall body of work that has been his life's work in broadcast it's acknowledged and celebrated, and I hope that means something to him.
I just want to welcome him to the Hall of Fame. I think it's about time, and congratulations, my friend, on joining the Nebraska Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame. Well deserved, well earned.
Otis, I'm a big admirer. Congratulations. Welcome to the club.
And I'll talk to you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Till then, enjoy. My greatest accomplishment is, here I am, I'm still doing it.